Mohammed. Still matters football. Perennial champions Gor Mahia have hit the right notes as they bid to reclaim the league title, currently held by Kenya Police. At the weekend, they were at their best element, of course, picking a solitary victory to basically solidify their lead on the Kenyan Premier League table. And of course, that win was against the Brewers Tusker. Take a look at the goal highlights of the Kenyan Premier League.
Nafasi! Amekanyaga nyoka Brown Oponjo. Mashabiki wako kanyoka hii. Inaonekana kuange control uzuri. Amfie Omondi Aroko. Na ufundi kweli kweli Amfie Omondi Aroko, nice move. Amfie! Amfie Omondi Aroko again. Gen Z Wonder Kid. Avuzile na kona space pembeni, akaachia fataki ya chini kwa chini na kumalizia kitu ndani ya kamba zile. Amfie Omondi Aroko ana confidence kubwa, anajiamini kwa bora kabisa na kuweza kuwapa goli Kariobangi Sharks. Amfie Katasi ametoa nyavuni. Wameshirikiana ubora Fanuel Omire na Wycliffe Amenya. Alizuia kwa kichwa uzuri Zablon Kutela. James Kinyanjui inaletwa ndani kule. Wakudumu watadumu tu. Ni Dario Victor Mune Uchami anarudisha mchezoni. Wanaingwe anawafunga tena Kariobangi Sharks. Kule wakasalia ball watching tu. Victor Mune Ochami Dario akarejesha mchezoni na kuwafunga tena Kariobangi Sharks. Mazoea yana tabu. Fred Ambani angalau hakutabasamu lakini amepata goli.
Hakutabasamu lakini alipata goli. That's my director telling me that she's good in Swahili, just like Shitera here. But Shitera, your Ingwe, the claws are not very, very sharp.
My homeboys won. I thought
you shifted your allegiance.
I thought.
He's still a member of Ingwe.
That's the parent club.
No, is it by design or by default that you did not have Kakamega Homeboys footage? Because Kakamega Homeboys won and they are second on the log. Not so much convinced by that Kogalo win, although a win is a win. Either way, they are position 1 on the log. Chingwe, I think something is amiss because
time after time we keep being told this
they have registered many draws this season. I think some of the games they could have easily won. They have really lost those points. If you can count 4 draws out of the 4, if they got 2 wins out of the 4, I think they will be position 1 as we speak. Look at how they get a goal too late from a player they have really been benching so much, and I don't know why. This is a player that has really been giving AFC Leopards those draws when they are down. Just analyze Chingwe's matches. This is a player that has been coming off the bench to give them a draw. What if Coach Fred Ambani will craft a way of starting this player and giving him minutes?
The picture's rolling on your screen, Steve. Look at how that goal was conceded. That's Gor versus Tusker.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Kogalo really struggled in this game. And sometimes there are statements that we restrain ourselves from making. But how that goal was scored has really some...
But Steve, let me play the devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
In football, any mistake you make is punished.
Yes.
Even from a throw-in ball, if I throw the ball from the net, it goes straight to the net, there's a goal.
Yeah.
So you can't say, why couldn't Tusker score a goal?
That's why I'm saying there are statements that we restrain ourselves from making on such platforms. But even from where you sit, you can clearly rewatch that goal, how it was scored, and it leaves a lot of questions to be answered.
Wakili,
yes.
Actually, Gor, Steve is not convinced by the win, but Gor have now beat Tusker. They've beat champions, which is their team Police.
Yes.
And they have points at the top of the log, actually, the leading team. And with actually, they have breathing space, so to speak.
Which is really doubt.
That this put them in a strong position to reclaim the title.
Honestly, Gor Mahia have actually displayed serious intent of making an attempt to take back what was initially theirs. I don't know if it will be successful. I saw a question there that which team will win the Kenyan Premier League. Is that what we're asking the public?
Absolutely.
I thought you should have reframed it to, will Kenya Police defend the Kenyan Premier League title? Wow. Because I know, I'm coming later to that. But I was reading the social media, some comments which people were saying. I know Shitera said we need to restrict and restrain ourselves, perhaps out of the media ethics. But somebody said there are some goals which Posta considered against Gor Mahia, and also this goal. And by the way, this goalkeeper, after whatever happened there, the unfortunate incident, it is important to point out that he was part of the team, the goalkeeping team that traveled to Turkey. He was on the bench. Is this somebody who we can also, who the coach would have trusted to go and safeguard the country?
But mistake happens in football as much as we
No. I've already said that.
But when you're playing a big game,
I was still making my point.
When you're playing a big game,
there are mistakes and there are silly mistakes.
Yes, I was.
Because it passed
a goalkeeper
two
of this,
defenders
a goalkeeper of this
before
caliber
coming to him.
So does that
last week?
Because
let me mention this. It is important to say, we played Tusker at Moranga. I want you to go and check the second goal which they conceded. Again, it may be important for their own technical bench to review their goal and this goal. The other goal, the same mistake, the defender, who is now the author of this, he may have set up the goalkeeper to perform or to make the silly mistake. The same defender.
You see, Wakili,
almost similar
let me
mistake.
reveal this. I think you are doing a dissertation, or probably you have submitted your dissertation for your master's degree.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to you presenting that paper and the recommendations you will be making on the state of the questionable matters on Kenyan football. That's a topic for another day, and we're looking forward to that. But Ziti, be that as it may, mistakes happen in the game, and that's the school of thought you're trying to bring in. And I think Arsenal's David Raya also made a blunder yesterday. But yes, I think
can you say that?
The eyebrows are being raised because this is now becoming more pronounced in the Kenyan Premier League.
This team conceded 7-2 against Sofapaka.
Several of them.
7-2. Was it 7-2?
Yes, 7-2.
I think, as I said, mistake really happened. But if it's not the first time for him to make a mistake, and then we have to have a question mark about that, because Wakili has said it's not the first time, even against Police, he did the same mistake, the same thing. So that is, we need to raise eyebrows about that. But if it's the first mistake he's making, we of course we know mistakes.
Actually, he was not the goalkeeper. I was said about the defender. Where the yeah.
So mistake happens. Of course, alikuwa anataka inasemanga kukanyaga nyoka. They say it in the local language. Alikanyaga nyoka mpira ikaingia.
It's becoming a very good excuse.
So nyoka ziko nyingi sana uwanjani.
Of late, it's becoming a very good excuse.
So I'll talk about Gor Mahia playing very well football. Of course, this game was it's a big game. Tusker and Gor Mahia, that's a big game, and every mistake you make, you get punished by that mistake. And Gor Mahia are the first in the table with playing 8 games out of 10 games that have already been played. So they have 2 games in hand, and followed by homeboys, of course, who have already played their 10 games with the 18 points. And then FC Leopards are the third, played 9 games, of course, with 14 points, whereby they've really dropped point during the draw they've been having they've been having. And yesterday I heard the coach saying that he was blaming the FC Leopards coach was blaming the officiating on the game against Kariobangi Sharks. And then talking about number 4, of course, it's Police with the same point with the FC Leopards, 14 points, but
Please
they've played.
Clarify, it's Kenya Police FC.
Kenya Police FC.
Yes.
With same points, of course, 14 points, but they've played 7 games, which means they have 3 games in hand.
Probably, Zita, what do you think Coach Akono has brought to the Gor Mahia roster? Because he came, he said, we are going to fight to reclaim the title. And he's early, but he's actually laid down the marker. And also you look at the kind of new signings he brought to the team, they're actually making their impact felt.
Actually, Morris last season was down. Actually, even everyone was like, Morrison. This Ghanaian is just here
almost leaving.
Yes, he was almost leaving. And now you can see what he's bringing in the midfield. Because I think they just... The coach, if you're a coach, just understanding your players and having a good relationship in the dressing room, of course, will give you all these results. It doesn't matter that maybe the coach is from Ghana and Morrison is from Ghana. But again, Morrison was leaving, actually, Gor Mahia. But again, you can see the coach getting the best out of him.
Steve, before we go to Nairobi United, Ingwe, back to FOC, this is a team that, in my view, has actually lost its stripes. The Leopard has lost its stripe over the years. 5 years counting without winning a league title, let alone challenging for it. We've had chairmen come and go. We had Dan Shikanda here. He promised very, very big things. He didn't deliver on it. Right now we have Boniface Ambani. But even by the look of things, it's too early. But all signal is that Ingwe are not in the title race.
The stripes are faded. I think Ingwe is almost becoming a cat, because without the stripes now, it's very difficult to identify. My good friend Boniface Ambani came in, and we cannot write FC Leopards off at the moment. They are still in the title race, but they really need to work on their technical capabilities because the way the coach is positioning the players, to me, begs a lot of questions to be answered. And probably the coaching style and the coaching department needs to be relooked into if Ingwe really is to compete for any titles. You see what Kenya Police are doing. They have brought in a new coach. They are reviving their spirits. And they are still in the race to defend their title. Look at the points. They have, at least, I think, some 2 games in hand. Yeah. If they catch up, I think it will be, Gor Mahia versus Kenya Police. They have renewed energy. To me...
Actually, Police who have 3 games in
3 games, and I see.
Gor Mahia 2, and they have 14 points, and Gor Mahia have 19.
They are position 3.
Yes.
If they win all their
position
games...
4.
Position 4. That they are tied with the FC Leopards.
Yes.
If they win all their games, I think they are back at the top. And if we are discussing FC Leopards, they have dropped points, and I've discussed it here, that they have registered at least 5 draws. Draws that they would have snatched a win out of it. And that's what I'm saying. It's time the coach relooked at his squad, the strength of individual players in every playing position, and position them to win. If he's satisfied with draws, unfortunately, they will continue waiting for the trophy, I think, heading into the 30th. Kwa Kiswahili wanaita mwongo, kwa sababu sasa imekuwa miongo mingapi? 1998, 2008.
It's almost three decades.
Miongo mitatu.
Yeah.
So 3 decades, they'll keep on waiting.
There's only one player that I wanted to give flowers in the FC Leopards squad, that is Kinyanjui, when he was signed. Because you can see in every goal, every week, he contributes in every goal. And Kinyanjui came in and filled the gap of Overly when he left and went to Nairobi United. So Kinyanjui has been a very good impact player that is on the wing.
And of course, that's Ingwe. I don't know whether they'll reclaim their spots. And of course, they have a big fanatical following, but it needs to count. They say Ingwe Yola.
Ingwe ya matere.
What does that mean?
Ingwe ya matere ni chui ya makucha.
We need to see that makucha.
But ni kama makucha alikatwa. Sinakwambia ni kama inabaki. Ni kama paka.
And of course,